Hi, this is question number 4 taken from June 2006 Advanced Level Maths HSC S2. A certain make of washing machine has a wash time with mean 56.9 minutes and standard deviation 4.8 minutes. A certain make of tumble dryer has a drying time with mean 61.1 minutes and standard deviation 6.3 minutes. Both times are normally distributed and are independent of each other. Find the probability that a randomly chosen wash time differs by more than 3 minutes from a randomly chosen drying time. 6 marks for this question. Okay, here we are with a situation. Right, we have the wash time, which is normally distributed with mean 56.9 and standard deviation 4.8 square, and the drying time normally distributed with 61.1 minutes as the mean with standard deviation 6.3 minutes to the square. We need to find the probability that wash time is greater than drying time by more than 3 minutes. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Alright, first of all, we need to find if it differs by, it is greater, not just greater, but it differs, okay, that wash time differs by more than 3 minutes from drying time. What does that imply? It implies that we have a range of -3 to 3 minutes. That's the range it can take. Okay. If the wash time differs by more than 3 minutes from the drying time, then it is less than 3 minutes. Then drying time is less than 3 minutes from washing time. Anyway, so let's try and do the combination right now. This is the drying time. I'm going to take the drying time minus the wash time. And I'm going to say they are normally distributed. If you take 61.1 minus 56.9 in your calculator, okay, 61.1 minus 56.9 is going to end up with 4.2. Combination of the standard deviation, 4.8 to the square plus 6.3 to the square. So 4.8 square plus 6.3 square, 62.73. So that's the variance, 62.73. First of all, this here, the probability that the wash time differs by more than 3 minutes, so it's going to be greater than 3 minutes, is going to be exactly as probability of Z being greater than 3 minutes minus the mean time 4.2 divided by the standard deviation 62.73, the square root of that. Okay, so here we are saying that Z is greater if you take 3 minus 4.2 and then you divide by the square root of 62.73, you're going to end up with minus 0.152. So minus 0.152. So what is that? Minus A. If it is greater, P of Z being greater than minus A, we know it should be exactly as P of Z being less than A. That's going to be reflected on the other side and it comes here. So we're saying that P of Z being less than 0.152. Therefore P of Z being less, that's going to be Xi of Z value 0.152. Okay. And if you have to look at that from your table, what is it going to be? 0.152. Okay, so 0.15, here we are, 152, 8. So 0.5596 plus this, that's going to be 0.56, okay. 0.5596 plus 0.000 0.8. That's going to give us 0.560. So this is going to be 0.560. Now that's the first part. Okay, now we need to find the probability, because we're dealing with a range of from -3 to 3. So we're going to say then probability of drying time being less than -3. Drying time with regards to washing time being less than -3. It's going to be exactly P of Z being less than -3 minus the mean is 4.2, divided by the standard deviation. This is the square root of 62.73. You work that out on a calculator, you are going to end up with -3 minus 4.2 divided by the square root of 62.73 minus 9090 minus 0.909. Okay, so that's going to be the xi of minus 0.909. Now what is that basically? We're dealing with a less. The situation is with a less. So if this is minus a, you have to go on this side, then you reflect it, goes on the other side, it's going to become greater. So there's P of Z being less than minus a is exactly the same as 1 minus P of Z being less than a. Because if it's greater, then you take 1 minus greater, yeah. So the Z value is going to be 1 minus the xi of 0.909. And what is 0.909? Okay, 0.909. 0.909. 9 is 23. So 0.8159 plus 23. So 0.8159 plus 0.0023. 0.8182. So that's going to be Z is equal to 1 minus 0.8182. Do that in the calculator. I end up with 0.182. This and this, or the combination of these two probabilities. So therefore, the probability that the wash time differs by more than 3 minutes from the drying time is going to be 0.560 or 0.182. If you do that, you're going to get 0.742. Here's your answer for this one.